Hi everyone, hope you're all well. In this video we're going to look at popular AI websites that students can use to help their learning and tailor their experience to individual needs and abilities as well. So what is AI? AI stands for artificial intelligence, and it's the simulation of human intelligent processes by machines, especially computer systems. And one of the key benefits of incorporating AI into the classroom and into your learning is the ability to provide students with a more personalized learning experience. AI algorithms can analyze student data and adapt to their learning styles, providing feedback and recommendations that are tailored to their individual needs and abilities. AI can support lots of needs in education, like acquiring insight through data analysis, automating processes, and interacting with students and staff. And there's loads of examples where AI is already being used in the education sector. And one of the ways is through useful learning websites that use AI to help students with their learning, with their questions, anything they're having trouble with. There's loads of websites out there that can help students with their education. One of the tools out there is a kind of like a search engine, but this tool called Wolfram Alpha. So Wolfram Alpha is known for its ability to solve very complex equations in mathematics and physics, but it's also capable of so much more. So for example, students can compare different elements in the periodic table. They can compare computations, explore different computations for engineering problems. They can discover information about living organisms and things like that. It looks like kind of like a search engine where you will kind of, in this search bar here, you'll type in what you want to search for and what you need help with. But unlike Google search, the goal of a search in Wolfram Alpha is not a list of hyperlinks where users can find answers to their requests, but a compilation of facts and specific results, similar to Google's knowledge graph, which was developed with their Hummingbird update. But the search engine Wolfram Alpha has been able to means that they're able to handle specific questions. So it's more of a semantic search engine as opposed to an SEO one. So even on their homepage, you can see that their knowledge base is kind of separated into these different topics that people can explore, whether that's topics on chemistry, engineering, things like that. Wolfram Alpha is a huge hit with students, whether in college or university. It's a really unique way for students to get answers. So all students need to do is enter the question that they want, say in maths, and Wolfram Alpha will essentially give them the richly contextualized answer. It's incredibly useful, especially when you couple it with its step-by-step solution properties. So they can do really complex math equations as well, integrals, derivatives, sequences, things like that. And it can show you step-by-step solutions as well. But not just with maths. It also involves a vast range of real-world data, whether it's about countries, chemicals, words, artwork, and you can access it using natural language and work with it within Wolfram Alpha's knowledge base on any kind of topic. So, for example, if you are a literature student, you can ask it about a certain book, and it will tell you everything that it knows sort of about that book, and it's really kind of extensive knowledge as well. It's a really powerful piece of software that helps you find nearly any piece of factual information that you could want. Again, it sounds like Google, but it's actually entirely different. So Google will externally find what it thinks that you want, and Wolfram Alpha will essentially just process all the facts for you and then present that within that sort of app. It allows you to essentially access the internet over just this one app or this one website. It does this by essentially piping in lots of information from all over the place, everything from weather data point ever collected to the chemical structure of nearly every compound to the names of different notes and chords. It's not so much a search engine, it's more of a knowledge engine. It's even been recognized by Apple, who integrated some of Wolfram Alpha's basic functionality with Siri to give factual answers to the user's questions. So definitely a big hit with students, and also even something fun to kind of play around with to kind of see different information about different things. Another really useful tool used by students is Grammarly. So Grammarly is a tool that essentially detects grammar, spelling, punctuation, word choice, and style mistakes as you write on just about any medium on your on your desktop, whether that's web, email, Word documents, social media, or even like your own website. It helps identify sort of weak objects and better options. It points out sort of the overuse of particular words, and it shows sentences that are kind of too long and wordy. Grammarly uses an AI system. So their AI system combines machine learning with a variety of natural language processing approaches. So the human language has many levels at which it can be analysed and processed, from things like characters and individual words, through grammatical structures and sentences, even paragraphs or full text. So it uses that kind of natural language process to analyze your own text, and then we'll be able to give you suggestions on how to word things maybe a bit more clear, to give you a different tone, or any kind of grammar mistakes. It'll kind of pick that up as well. So Grammarly has a free and premium version. Grammarly's free and premium version's main difference is that the premium version offers you significantly more recommendations, vocabulary enhancements, writing style suggestions, and even plagiarism checks, which might be useful for students when you're writing essays, theses, things like that. So a lot of people would say that Grammarly Premium is definitely worth it, because the premium version of Grammarly, especially if you purchase the annual plan, it will save you about 61% every year. It's fantastic for writers, bloggers, and especially students and academics, as it can pick up on all of your spelling mistakes, all of your sort of tones as well. And then another thing with the premium plan that also might be useful for students is the citations. So it will generate and proofread citations and identify where they're needed. So that can definitely help you save time whenever you're writing your essays and things like that. So as mentioned before, some major pros with Grammarly is that it helps improve your writing skills. It conforms to your writing style. I can use it and you can also use it as a browser extension, or import text into their browser-based service as well. So if you have text on another platform, you can just copy and paste that text into the browser-based service of Grammarly, and then it can scan it there. Or you can add a little extension as well to your browser, and it can just scan while you're typing on the page. But as well as that, it can also integrate with different platforms like Microsoft Word, Outlook, and Google Docs. There's also an app that's available on iOS and Android, and it works great for all sorts of writers, not just authors. It's really good for students as well. And again, as mentioned previously, the premium version has a plagiarism checker, which is the big one with students as well. In terms of the cons, the free version, at least, is a little bit limited, because the free version only checks for errors in spelling and grammar mistakes, not so much style and context. They do have a really pushy kind of marketing style, where they kind of push you to buy the premium version if you're still on the free version, and their Google Docs integration is still in beta. But apart from that, a lot of people who tend to write a lot, like students, authors, bloggers, things like that, they would use Grammarly for all of their writing. It fixes a lot of their spelling mistakes, grammatical mistakes, and improves the style, flow, and also the word choice. The paid version has excellent premium features like genre-specific suggestions and plagiarism detection, but the free version is good enough for most people and better than any kind of free proofreader that's on the market currently. So if you're interested in getting Grammarly, you just need to go into Grammarly's website and either just even test out the free version for now. If you feel like you might benefit more from the premium version, definitely go for it. And if the free version works okay enough for you, then that's also fine as well. Another really cool tool that helps students with their work, especially when it comes to feedback, is a tool called Gradescope. So Gradescope is an AI tool that enables students to assess each other while providing feedback, which is usually a time-consuming task without AI technology. Gradescope uses a combination of machine learning and AI to make it easier to grade, which saves time and money as well. By outsourcing these kind of tasks, teachers can focus on the more important ones. And Gradescope can be used by the teacher to grade paper-based exams and online homeworks, as well as to prepare for projects all in one place. Some of the main features of Gradescope is that it has AI-assisted and manual question grouping. It has student-specific time extensions and AI-assisted grading, and it also has increased efficiency and fairness as well. When it comes to submissions, there's a lot of good reviews based on the ease of use, how useful it is, the clean UI, and how easy it is to submit different assignments, different homeworks as well. You can use Gradescope not only for multiple choice grading questions, but also short answer grading questions as well. and you can divide amongst members of the teaching team as well. And you can get a good sense of how students did on each question. So Gradescope is a really good one in terms of the grading system, and it's used by a lot of popular universities as well. They do have a pricing plan. You can get the first 2 terms free, however, so they do get a free trial. So this one is, you can use it for peer assessment for different students, but it's more sort of aimed at sort of like lecturers and the person in the teaching role, but definitely really useful for students as well, as it makes it very easy for them to submit their assignments and submit their homework and essays and things like that. So definitely one to look out for students. It can make both students and teachers' lives a lot easier. This next tool is really useful for students who have some additional needs in terms of accessibility, especially with speech and language. So this is Nuance's Dragon speech recognition. So Nuance provides speech recognition software that can be used by both students and teachers. The company's Dragon speech recognition product can transcribe up to 160 words per minute. So any students who might find it difficult to write or type, it can really help them. This tool also supports verbal commands to navigate between documents, which is really essential for students with accessibility requirements as well. Dragon offers lots of more features, including an ability to dictate lesson plans, syllabi, worksheets, reading lists, and more at a pace 3 times faster than typing, and it does this while achieving 99% accuracy. So some of the main features of Nuance Dragon, it's that its accessibility features support lots of verbal commands, the voice to assess student work as well, and it can also dictate classwork with 99% accuracy. Dragon is the world's #1 speech recognition software. It has really good reviews, has 99% accuracy, and is used daily by a lot of different students as well. Another one is Altitude Learning. So Altitude Learning is an online platform that emphasizes student-centered education for professional development and education needs as well. There is a priority on teaching to the individual needs of each student, and the primary focus is on empowering kids to study sort of independently as opposed to teacher-led. It's an AI tool that enables educators to satisfy the requirements of each student with care from the planning stage through monitoring their progress. Educators can assign work individually in small or big or huge groups, and this helps learners create their learning path with a mentor or an instructor. The application has a distinctive interface, and evaluation structure improves each learner's capacity to participate in self-directed learning. Some of the best parts about Altitude Learning is that they have self-directed learning facilitated by a learner-centered design. They are experimental learning for students, and it's one place where students and families can access curriculum, communicate, and monitor student support as well. So as mentioned before, their main goal is to help students teach themselves through a self-learning educational path, and the AI tool achieves this by enabling instructors to assign work in various different ways, like individually or by group, and it also empowers teachers to create student-centered experiences that are based on modern research on how children learn best. And this tool is unique and has a really good interface and assessment framework, and this will help increase each learner's ability to engage in self-directed learning. So there are loads of platforms out there, and those are just some of the more popular ones that I've covered, but there's also loads of other ones out there as well that really help enhance the students' learning capabilities and also can make teachers' lives a bit easier as well. The use of AI in the classroom is enormous and has enormous potential as well to revolutionize education. High-quality AI tools for education can provide students extra help while allocating instructors' times to focus on what's essential. AI tools are quickly becoming the go-to for students looking to enhance their learning experience, and the tools I've mentioned so far provide students with an in-depth look at the options available at learners. AI is revolutionizing the way that we learn, and there's no telling what the future may hold. So even checking out some of these platforms, some of these tools, and seeing if any of them work for you, whether that's on their basic plans, premium plans, or free plans, it's really good to kind of check out what's out there and see how much it can enhance your own learning as well. Because you never know what you might find, and you never know how easy it can be using some of these tools as well.